And it's the Warriors to start out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. We've got DeAnthony Melton. Horford is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Stephen Curry.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And a wide open look for Flagg. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, Flagg can do it all. He can initiate and he can beat you off the catch as well.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Irving. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Great hustle there from Kyrie in the paint, outworking the defense and finding a quality look.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the first. Covered by Irving from 13. And Lively pulls it down.
That's a great look. I'm not sure what happened.
Here's Christie. The kick out to Irving. Takes the three. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. The Warriors making a switch here. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Yes, that goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Curry. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, that's unfair. Curry hitting those pull-ups.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Three-pointer. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Thompson against Melton. Thompson surveying the floor. Sinks the triple. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Payton is out there with Moody. Then there's Seth Curry. And there's Porzingis. And it's Podziemski in at the point. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Mr. Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Williams with a clean look. And finished off by Bagley.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Curry making it look so easy.
Few do it better than Curry. The range of his shooting is practically in a league of its own.
And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Flagg. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game. And Flagg throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Going inside, and it's in there. Gafford's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. It's Curry outside. The shot missing. Dallas with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. The shot's good from Gafford. Gafford's got 4 points now in the quarter. Warriors trail by 12. Pass to Curry. Curry on the fly, and he converts the layup.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Here's Flag, and another basket for Dallas.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them.
And it's Williams with the ball for Dallas. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Washington and Lively hold down the post for them. Williams is out there with Max Christie. And it's Flag in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Baseline try, count the basket. 5 points in the game.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Here's Williams. Pass to Christie. Here is Williams. Right wing. Now Lively, by Porzingis, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Mavericks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Warriors trail by 14. Bangs home the trifecta.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Bounce pass from Williams. And it's Flag missing. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Curry can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 11. Williams finds Lively. Back to Williams. Over in the corner, Washington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Washington's got 5 points so far.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot goes in.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Williams against Curry. Here's Flag. Misses the jumper.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Into the lane.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And so it's Dallas going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
One possession at a time.
And we welcome you back to 2K Sports coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They got Porzingis, DeAnthony Melton out there with Curry. Then there's Horford.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
And stolen by Williams. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Flag. And there's the drive. Misses the three. 1:25 left to play here in the fourth. Buries the deep ball.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Washington with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Melton against Christie. Horford pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room.
Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break, and he was emphatic in telling his players not to let up at this point. He told them to stay active on defense and contest every single shot. He said, quote, "We worked too hard to get this lead. Let's protect it," trying to keep them focused down the stretch.
Allie, thank you so much. Down he goes for three.
There is absolutely no one better than Curry in these big spots. He excels at these moments.
And he commits the intentional foul. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Williams sets a screen for Flag. There's the drive, and stolen by Melton.
And that's a great play on defense there. Force him to rethink the shot and then able to come up with the steal.
It drops.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
To take the lead, it's good.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. And you got to feel good about getting each and every game here in the postseason.
You know, Kevin, each game is just so significant and magnified. This has got to feel really good.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Stephen, plenty of momentum swings in this game. What made the difference in the end?
Because everybody was on. Defensively, it was a tough night on both sides, just trying to contain and fire around and try to contest shots. But at the end of the day, we made a couple more plays, kept our composure on the stretch, and got the win.
It's a beautiful thing when shots are falling. Thanks, Stephen.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And now we present our player of the game.
You see lots of them running. Challenges, I embarrass them, they a dime and a dozen. Full of fire, just like a dragon straight out of the dungeon. I'm just rising above it. You just lied to the public. I serve a purpose. You nervous with butterflies in your stomach. Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship. I gotta hold down the city.
Oh, say, darling.
go.
It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. Looking at the starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. Washington out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Williams. Then there's Max Christie. And it's Flagg in at small forward.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Curry, no good. Now Williams. This one for three. Horford pulls it in. 1:21 left in the first quarter.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's Williams. Washington outside. Buries it from three.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Curry against Christie. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. 5 points in the game.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And Washington powers it through.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. The three from Curry, and the Warriors with another three.
Yeah, at this point, we're shocked if Steph even misses one of those.
Williams into the lane. And here's Flagg outside. Bagley. They get it back. Gets another look. From outside the arc. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. With 4 on the clock. And that's 2 points on the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top, up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Continuing our coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. Glad to have you back. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
Brandon Podziemski out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Moody in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Clock at 6. Pass to Marshall. And here's Thompson for 3. Warriors with the rebound. And they've had a remarkable postseason record so far. Only 1 loss.
And this group knows how to bounce back. They have a winning attitude, utmost confidence in their ability to figure out defenses, and find creative ways to score. Very well coached, and even the younger players on this team have a sense of maturity that's uncommon.
And that's Klay Thompson making it look easy because of that high basketball IQ.
Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. 1 minute left in the first half of this one. Lively. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Curry passes to Moody. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Nembhard outside. 36 seconds left to play in the half. Pass to Thompson. Nembhard outside from the arc. Marshall outside. Fires the 3. Podziemski grabs the board. The Warriors lead by 4. And he drives in. Klay Thompson pulls down the board. Now Nembhard. Pass to Martin. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Martin's got his first basket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Warriors on top. They're up by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Steve Kerr. Coach, a good start for you guys, but not...
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
One takeaway is their work on the glass. They're playing mean, pushing guys around, high elbows. Nothing wrong with that. Watch out.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. Guys, game 1 went the way we thought it would. The higher seed taking a 1-0 lead in the series. And that is going to do it.
And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. And the Warriors with possession here. The lead is 2. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. They've got Marvin Bagley. Washington out there with Flag. Then it's Williams. And it's Christie in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Williams. Porzingis against Bagley. 5 on the clock. Shakes him. Jams it in off a great move.
And what an explosive finisher. Flag's going to give us plenty of highlights in his career.
Williams defending. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 10.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Here's Washington. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Williams defending. Drills it from deep.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Pass to Flag. Launches a 3. That shot is off. The Warriors lead by 4. Here goes Steph. Christie with a steal. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. Here's Washington. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
The great positioning, the 7'1" wingspan. That combination makes Horford a dangerous shot blocker.
23 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Curry's shot is off. Now here's Christie. He's closely guarded and out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. Here's Curry. Melton outside. Fires for 3. On target from range.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Warriors on top. They're up by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. All right, let's listen in. Head coach Jason Kidd.
Good D, good pull. Understand something, 1 shot, 1 rebound, and let's...
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. They've got Stephen Curry. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Al Horford. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. That's the Warriors 5. Here's Bagley. 6 to shoot. Now pass to Williams. Jacks up a 3. Oh, it's off. The Warriors lead by 5. It's stolen by Washington. Flag. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Williams outside. Flag outside. Now Bagley. 5 to shoot. Outside Williams. Christie. He's off from 3. Golden State has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Outside Curry. From deep three-point land. Bagley rips down the board. Dallas has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Flag outside. He launches. Oh, it doesn't go. Trying here to put the game out of reach.
And that's why it's important to play this one smart.
And now we've got an intentional foul. Here's Porzingis. And they double up Porzingis. For 3. Oh, he can't hit it.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Now Washington from deep. Oh, Horford there with a board. And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. And Dallas calls time here. They trail by 8. All right, guys, what's your take?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, you're going to have to play this out, take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
Washington fires. Can't get the 3. Williams defending. Bagley rips down the board. And so the Golden State Warriors have won the series. And they start out the postseason with a bang, a big-time victory.
The attitude they came out with was aggressive. They wanted to set the tone from the jump, and they did just that.
Time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference playoffs. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And time to present our player of the game.